We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-DAVID-P. I do want to warn the audience, this is a very aggressive and weaponized voicemail. I've listened to it twice already, and I'll listen to it a third time with you now. I'm struggling to understand what the criticism is from this person. Let's see if we can figure it out. Let's also figure out whether this guy is serious, okay? Let's buckle up and let's dive in.
Yo, idiot. Whatever the your name is. Why is it that you can't bring anyone onto your show that actually has a word to say for people, but yet you only bring on people that can't criticize you, have no idea what the they're talking about, and have less IQ than I have money in my bank account, bro?
So, first of all, in terms of who I bring on, I assume the caller is referring to live calls. I don't know how articulate or prepared the callers are before I call on them. And in fact, I try to make an effort to let the right-wing callers on because I want diversity of views. The fact that so many of them can barely string together a coherent thought, I have nothing to do with that, okay? I'll call on whoever, and I don't know how articulate they are. Let's continue.
It's honestly embarrassing, not only for yourself, but for your entire show, that you think that bringing on a bunch of randoms that can't talk to you about the topics you bring up because they've never been educated in them before, because you bring up stupid topics that don't actually have a worth of debating. And yeah, I'm talking fast right now, but that's just something that you can't understand. That's part of debating, but you can't get into that because you're not an actual debater. You're just someone who comes online to talk about everyone else. You don't.
Well, it is true that I'm not a debater. I am not a formal debater, nor do I have a background in debate, nor do I even enjoy debates. That's all true. But my method is I ask people, how did you get that idea? How did you come to that conclusion? And sometimes they implode because they don't even know how they came to those conclusions or why they believe the things they believe.
Actually know the facts. So why don't you actually bring someone onto your show who has a voice, knows what the they're talking about, is actually smart, actually has something going with their life, and actually can defend the stupid shit that you say on your show, bro. I don't even have to bring up examples of things you've said.
Well, you know, I wish he would bring up at least one example. That would help us to figure out who's right and who's wrong on the facts. But he says he's not going to bring up any examples.
See, the you said about Jimmy, the you said about think before you sleep, bro.
Oh, hold on a second. Jimmy and think before you sleep? I don't even know what that is. Is this another case where someone is responding to something from a different show? Jimmy and think before you sleep. I don't know what on earth he's referring to.
The defending of Illy Nations after the stupid he's done, bro.
Illy Nations? I'm starting to think this guy has the wrong number.
You are a clown. That's all you are, bro. Your family tree is a family pole. Like, actually do something for your show that's well and worth your time, little
Wow. I'm actually thinking that he maybe was trying to call somebody else. I don't does anybody know what that is? Jimmy and think before you sleep? Is that like a reference to the Stephen Kenneth Destiny Bennell II show? Or is that maybe a topic that was broached by Brian Tyler Cohen? I just don't know. I don't know who the guy thinks he's calling, but I think he's got the wrong show. We have a great bonus show for you today. We are going to talk about claims from Sage Steele that her entire interview with Joe Biden was, quote, scripted, and what that means. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the Democratic Congresswoman, is sounding the alarm over explicit videos generated by AI. And then there is a very, very strange headline about millennials and Gen Zers, quote, splurging on groceries, which is a really strange term to use, I have to tell you. All of those stories and more on today's bonus show. Sign up at joinpakman.com. Get the newest children's book, Think Like a Voter, at davidpakman.com/book. I'll see you in moments on the bonus show or back here tomorrow.